Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Three Koi Fishes channel. Today, we're tackling a topic that all parents know well, toddler tantrums. These moments of intense emotion can be a real challenge. I'm your host, Joy, and I'm so excited to have two amazing moms here with us today to share their insights and stories. First, we have Sophie, our seasoned pro who's been through this before, and Jocelyn, a wonderful new mom currently navigating the ups and downs of toddlerhood with her adorable little one, Leo.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here and share what I've learned along the way.
Hi, Joy. Hi, Sophie. Thanks for having me. Surviving might be an understatement when it comes to Leo's tantrums lately.
Oh, Jocelyn, we've all been there. That's why we're here today, to offer some expert tips and hopefully make those meltdowns feel a little less overwhelming. Sophie, as our resident expert, what's the first thing parents should understand about toddler tantrums?
Well, Joy, the first and most crucial thing is to remember that toddler tantrums are a normal part of development. It doesn't mean you're a bad parent or that your child is inherently difficult. Toddlers are experiencing big emotions, frustration, anger, sadness, but they haven't yet developed the language skills or the emotional regulation skills to express these feelings in a more mature way. A tantrum is often their way of communicating intense feelings when words fail them.
That makes sense. Sometimes Leo just gets so frustrated and it feels like he explodes because he can't quite tell me what's wrong. But in the moment, it's so hard not to feel like I'm doing something wrong.
It's natural to feel that way, but understanding the why behind the tantrum can really shift your perspective. Sophie, are there common triggers that tend to set off these meltdowns?
Definitely. Some common triggers include being told no, feeling tired or hungry, being overstimulated, transitions between activities, and feeling like they lack control over a situation. These little humans are just starting to assert their independence, and when they're met with limitations, it can lead to big reactions.
So, what's the golden rule for parents in the heat of a tantrum?
My number one tip is stay as calm as you possibly can and try not to engage in an argument or try to reason with a child in the middle of a full-blown tantrum. It's like trying to negotiate with a tiny, very loud, and very emotional brick wall. Their brains aren't in a rational place at that moment. Your calm presence can actually be quite grounding for them, even if it doesn't seem like it initially.
That's tough. My instinct is always to try and fix it to make him stop crying. But sometimes the more I try to talk him out of it, the worse it seems to get.
That's a common experience, Jocelyn. We have all been there. Sophie, what should parents do instead of engaging?
Acknowledge their feelings with simple statements like, I see you're really upset, or it looks like you're feeling angry. This validates their emotion without necessarily giving in to their demands. Then give them space to feel their feelings as long as they aren't hurting themselves or others. Sometimes, just being present and offering a safe space is the most supportive thing you can do.
What if the tantrum involves hitting or throwing things? How do you handle the physical aspect?
Safety is always the priority. If your child is hurting themselves, others, or damaging property, you need to intervene. Gently but firmly guide them away from the situation. You might need to hold them to prevent them from hurting themselves or others. Keep your voice calm and firm, reiterating that it's okay to be upset, but it's not okay to hurt.
That's a really important distinction. It's about allowing the feelings, but setting clear boundaries about behavior.
You mentioned triggers earlier. How can we get better at anticipating and maybe even preventing some tantrums?
This takes some observation, Jocelyn. Start paying attention to when and why Leo's tantrums tend to happen. Is it always around nap time, before meals? during transitions from playtime to getting dressed. Once you identify some common triggers, you can try to preempt them. For example, if hunger is a trigger, have snacks readily available. If transitions are difficult, give him a warning beforehand. In 5 minutes, we'll need to put away the toys.
That proactive approach sounds really helpful. It's about setting them up for success as much as possible.
I know Leo loves to feel like he's in charge. How can we incorporate that to minimize tantrums?
Toddlers crave independence. Offering choices, even small ones, can give them a sense of control and reduce frustration. Instead of saying, "Put on your shoes," try, "Do you want to wear your blue shoes or your red shoes?" Or, "Do you want to brush your teeth before or after we read a book?" These little decisions can empower them and make them feel more cooperative.
That's a great tip. It's about working with their developmental stage, not against it.
What happens after the tantrum has passed? Should I talk about it right away?
Once Leo has calmed down, offer comfort and connection. A hug, a gentle touch, and a calm voice can reassure him. You can briefly acknowledge his feelings. You were really upset because you wanted the blue car. However, avoid lecturing or shaming him for having the tantrum. The goal is to help him feel safe and understood.
It's about teaching them that it's okay to have big feelings, but there are healthier ways to express them. So, the key takeaways are to stay calm, ensure safety, identify triggers, offer choices, and reconnect afterward. Jocelyn, does this feel a little less daunting now?
It definitely does. It's helpful to remember that this is a normal phase and to have some strategies in mind. Thank you, Sophie, for sharing your wisdom.
My pleasure, Jocelyn. We've all been there, and you're doing a great job.
Absolutely. And remember, every toddler is different, and what works for one might not work for another. Be patient with yourselves and your little ones. For all of you watching, what are your experiences with toddler tantrums? What are some of your go-to strategies? Share your tips and stories in the comments below. Let's support each other in this wild and wonderful journey of parenthood. Thanks for tuning in to the Three Koi Fishes channel. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more parenting insights. We'll see you in our next video. Until then, take care and hang in there. You've got this.